favorite little historical site here on the south end of Salt Spring Island. This is a church. It's in service every Sunday. It was built around 1880 by the Hawaiians, and it is also a Hawaiian graveyard. That church was encased in stone in 1973. I have pictures of this church from back in the day that people have taken back then from the 1800s. It's pretty cool. Little white church. And there's some plaques here. This plaque recognizes with gratitude the contributions to our island community made by the Hawaiians and their First Nations families. Their volunteer labor contributed to the construction of St. Paul's Church, and their intercultural coming together promoted values still cherished on Salt Spring Island. And there's some Hawaiian writing for you Hawaiians out there. The life of the land is perpetrated in righteousness. So that's what that means in Hawaiian. Dedicated to the memory of the 67 men, women, and children interred adjacent to St. Paul's Church in graves that are no longer marked. Their deaths, often at far too early an age, are part of the story of Salt Spring and Salt Spring's early settlement. May they rest in God's peace, be remembered by all who enjoy the bounty of this island. So these graves here have pukas around them, shells, and they're very old. And there is graves under the road apparently. There's more graves up there where Wendy's going. That is Fulford Harbour. Tide is out. There's people out there getting Dungeness crab, I see. That is the Pacific Ocean, folks. And yeah, some really, really old graves. We'll go around to the other side of the church here. And I'm sure some of you people have watched my videos on this. I call it the Hawaiian Church. It is a beautiful day in May. Very, very warm. It's it's early May, or the first week of May, and lots of people swimming in the lake when we went by. So this says here, the Kanakas. Kanakas, men from Hawaii, came to British Columbia around the year 1850, mainly as laborers for the Hudson's Bay Company at Fort Victoria. Some of these pioneers settled on Portland, Russell, and Coal Islands, but the largest group chose South Salt Spring, where they farmed, fished, and logged. Many married Native women and their children attended Beaver Point and Isabella Point schools. They held Hawaiian luau's on Fulford Harbour beaches. On Fulford Harbour beaches, they helped build St. Paul's Church, and members of several Kanaka families are buried in the cemetery. Some descendants still live on Salt Spring. So this is Salt Spring Island's oldest church, founded in 1878 by Father Donkeli, the first Roman Catholic missionary to the Gulf Islands. Erected between 1880 and 1885 by members of the community, the windows and door and bell were acquired from Father Rondalt's Butter Church in Cowichan Bay, one of the 10 most haunted places on Vancouver Island, the Butter Church. I've been there many times and I have videos of it. The materials were brought in Indian canoes from Cowichan Bay to Burgoyne Bay, and then by ox-drawn stone boat to this site. The church was formally dedicated on May 10th, 1885 by Bishop J.B. Brondel. Colored stonework was added in 1973. So there you go, folks. There's a little history, Hawaiian history, here on Salt Spring Island. So when you're on Salt Spring Island, make sure you visit this very cool historical site. It is really awesome. I've been in that church a couple of times. It's pretty neat. So anyway, cheers and aloha from Canada's Hawaiian Island. Thanks for watching.